So, of Wessex blades. It's literally 4:45 on a Saturday evening. I've just finished all my crap I've got to do in the day. Come in the garage to do some work. What sort of do with my EDC and my new belt pouch from Maxpedition, and it's sleeting. I don't know whether you can pick that up. That is there in England. Sleety muck. Just yuck. Here it is, my M2 Maxpedition belt pouch, my only Maxpedition piece of gear, and oh man am I glad I got this. This was a trade-off for a blade job, and the chap sent me this. It's in, if I remember, foliage green. There's about 10 different variants on the colour, and I've used this every day on my belt. Tesco's, school, out and about. Yes, I'm glad I was sent this one, because some of the larger ones are just, I'm noticing I'm clanking into things, being I'm a big bloke. So if I'd have had, there's some other ones that are like out here. This one is one of the smaller ones. Great. Now already I've won this streamlight, the micro stream torch from Bruce, so that is definitely staying in this refit. The Rolson one that I got doesn't even begin to compare, and it's a pig to get out. You've got to pump your little finger up like that. I mean, you can just see the difference in it. There's the Rolson. Way. There's the streamlight. Rolson, streamlight, Rolson, streamlight. So it really is a breed apart from this little sort of £3 job. This thing's £20, I imagine, and it's got that loop on the back there that goes back on itself, so you can slip it onto a peak cap of a hat. So that's definitely staying in my system. And what I thought to do is I'll do all the work that I'm going to do, taking stuff out, sorting it out. My main plan is to try and get a survival blanket in. I want to get a new lighter in because the fuel's going out on the other one, because I'm using it at work so often. I want to exchange the Swiss Army knife clone in there for that one. Remember, I got this with the vouchers from Amber, so that's a genuine Swiss Army knife. So I want that in, and if I can, I want to slip that in as well. The only snag is there's no sheath where I can rig up something with an inner tube. I don't know, but it'd be really handy to get that bottle opener in there from Sheepdog Knives. I'm using these for my painkillers and antihistamines. That's already filled up with paracetamol. I wouldn't need to add that because on the other side of the belt is my Leverman Blast anyway. So I'll stop the camera now and I'll restart it and fast forward what I'm doing. Okay, so I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so here we are. Inside the front pouch we have some fat wood from RDP Project. So the tinder is in the front there. I got a mini survival tin I can use for char cloth, and you can see by the scorch section it does work pretty well. It's one of those hinged alcoid tins, and the seal's not perfect, so it does allow the smoke to come out. I've got 3 water purification tablets. I've got steri strips, I've cut the plasters. I've got a little mini fishing kit. We've got a mirror. We've got my titanium bottle opener, which has got a kiridashi sort of little blade on it. A fire starter, sort of, it's not the best one in the world, but it does work. Fire starter, ferro rod thing, and I cranked it down really hard with ranger bands around the outside. So that's the main compartment at the front. Then you got the 2 little tubes, solely because they had clips. I've kept the 2 torches I have. I have taken out the Phoenix E01 because it didn't have a belt clip. How about that? I actually took out my Phoenix E01. The secret compartment at the back, which there, I haven't put anything in because it's too close to my body. I don't know what to put in there yet. I'll have a think about it. I don't use the molly. I don't put it on because this was given to me because I needed a belt pouch, and he knew all about it. So he got me a belt pouch by Maxpedition. So that's when my belt goes through. I don't use the molly. Inside, on these massive zips, got paracord pullers. We got a new cigarette lighter with 5 ranger bands on. We got my survival blanket I got to trial out in the woods. I got a few more I got 5 I think in the box. So there's one I won't burst open and have a play with. I'll use the other ones. I got reflective paracord. I got another ferro rod. I got the striker with, if you have a look inside there, that's packed out with ranger bands and bank line on around there. Then I got a orange survival whistle. I got my painkillers in 2 Kinder Egg pouch pellet things they have inside the egg. Got antihistamine and ibuprofen in there. Paracetamol on the other one, and there's my Swiss Army knife at the bottom of there. I didn't use the side pouches because it was so packed out in the middle. But I did actually manage to get the survival blanket in. So they wrap down there quite well. There's a cigarette lighter. And these zips, wow. Brilliant. Brilliant bit of kit. Bit of rattle, but that's the paracetamols. And that's my EDC belt pouch, Maxpedition. Excellent, excellent. So glad I got it. And obviously all the tooling in there is based on the fact that I also on my belt have the Leverman Blast. So that's my EDC, and if I take it off around my neck, I've got a little bit of paracord, and that was from Etsy, and Amber bought me that, and you've seen that used before. Thanks for joining me. That's my new EDC setup as of January 2013. Obviously it can evolve as it goes, but I've got plenty of painkillers and antihistamine because of my family. 3 of us are allergic to bee stings or wasp stings. The last thing I want to do is have a scramble around town trying to find a chemist for antihistamine, so I've got it on me all the time. And with paracetamol and ibuprofen, if you're in pain, you can actually alternate them and take both at the same time, can't you? So there we go. That's my little M2 Maxpedition belt pouch. Any questions, obviously give us a comment. And it's powered up with a leather pouched Leverman Blast. Thanks for joining me again. Scott for Wessex Blades.